What up, guys? It's your girl Nueva here on episode 1 of Don't Get It Twisted. Today we are talking about, is being a bad bitch overrated? I am joined by my lovely co-host, Miss FinePanama.
What's up, y'all? I'm FinePanama.
Hey. We also got Mr. Montebello on the back end. Holding it down for us. So, is being a bad bitch overrated? Panama, please.
Well, I
me.
certainly think that being a bad bitch is overrated. What's a bad bitch? That's like probably the first thing that comes to your head when you hear bad bitch. A bad bitch is just, according to everybody else, somebody that's pretty, she looks good, she has following, or she's popular, she handles herself. To me, a bad bitch is just someone that takes care of their family, is about their money, is about their education, things like that. But I definitely think as being bad bitch is overrated.
I can totally agree with that statement. Like, what makes a bad bitch? Like, what makes a bitch a bad bitch?
Right.
What is it? Is it the extensions? Is it the big booty? Is it the
makeup?
titties? What is it? Is it the tan? Like, is it the 6-inch stilettos? What are we even talking about here?
Right.
So I think, like, being that it's a new day, 2021, a new day in this era, like, I don't even know what necessarily holds the values of that anymore. Because when I was growing up, it was like, hey, you know what? You got to make sure your man has food on the table. You got to make sure you still have your own little pocket money to make sure you can support yourself. You still always have to be presentable, hair done, nails done, everything did. Like, that was the definition. Like, a kept woman was almost like being a bad bitch.
Bad bitch.
Yeah,
nowadays being a bad bitch is getting money from men and wearing whatever you want to wear and just loving your sexuality and being sexy and free and doing whatever you want. But it's pros and cons to that too. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that statement. There's definitely pros and cons. What would you say the biggest cons are of being considered a bad bitch?
The biggest con or pro, let me see. Okay, so cons, I say you get looked at just sexually, you get sexualized, overly sexualized, you get this stuck up bitch attitude, what is it called? Idea of you. People think that you're just a stuck up bitch. You're mean, you're cold hearted, you hurt men.
Especially if you're about your business. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Firsthand, I've experienced that. Like, if you're just inquisiting information about whatever business proposal, it's like guys don't even feel like they have to answer you.
Right.
Like, insane. So I totally can see that as definitely being like a con of being a bad bitch and just handling your own business.
People think that you're easier. So, quote unquote, it's easier to get in your panties when you're a bad bitch.
I would feel like it's harder.
I would too. It should be harder, but that's just the stereotypes of being a bad bitch, quote unquote. Some pros though, like some good things about being a bad bitch.
Yes, tell me the good things.
Your self-confidence should be through the roof. You should walk in a room and feel like you're that woman without having to dim out any other woman's candle.
Right.
You probably get more so what you want in life as opposed to someone that's not a bad bitch.
Right. Like, you get first dibs on, I can see that.
Just anything. You probably have a lot of friends, I don't know.
Do you think you'd have more friends though, being a bad bitch, or less friends?
It depends. If you're being a bad bitch, it's because that's who you are, and that's just what you happen to stumble upon being because of this generation. But if you're being a bad bitch because you're trying to be trendy and you're trying to be like everybody else that you see, you will have less friends because you're just going to attract the fake, you're going to attract the clout chasers. But if you're just who you are and you just happen to be a bad bitch, you know, then you probably got some real ones on your team, you know?
Right. There's definitely a lot of pros and a lot of cons to the
There
situation.
is. The list can go on and on all day.
I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm all here for the bad bitches for sure. I think you and myself are definitely some bad bitches in the building. 100%. Tell me the 3 top things about yourself that make you feel that you're classified as a bad bitch. Tell me the 3 top things. I'll tell you my top 3 after.
Okay. I'm pretty.
Go ahead.
I got body.
And
I'm about my money.
I know that's right. I know that's right. I would say for me, shit, my tongue is one of them.
Right.
We know. We know. I definitely am about my music to the fullest and my business 100%. And then of course we just bad from head to toe, the nails, the lips, the hair. Look, it's Sunday today, so you know I'm a little bit more dressed down just because I'm trying. Exactly. Bad bitch every day of the week.
Period.
100%. What would, let's see, you know, now that we know, first of all, that we know,
right now we know,
everybody else needed to know. What would you change about yourself? Would there be anything to hit that top category of being a bad bitch? And I wouldn't even say change. What would you enhance? That's the word I'm gonna go with.
What would I enhance about myself to feel like I'm like to just up my bad bitchness?
Yes, to up your bad bitchness.
Up me up one. I would definitely probably get my teeth done because that's like one of my biggest insecurities. I got crooked teeth, you know, like
girl, I got some too. Don't worry about it.
Right. But I would definitely want to get my teeth done, braces, whatever. That's probably it. And just like expand my vocabulary because, you know, I got a potty mouth and I feel like being a bad bitch, you need to be a top education, you know, always seeking to learn, you know what I mean? So be educated, just expand my vocabulary and just, you know, really just be at the next level of my goals. Really. That's about it. What about you?
Feel that. Me, so you know, you said teeth, and I'm gonna let everyone know here. I used to have a gap.
Okay.
I closed my gap. I think I was about 12. And I got I think it was called a myo brace. And it's basically like a plastic clear retainer that's like almost rubber that you sleep with at night. It's made to, you know, the prosthetics of your teeth. It fits exactly like a mouth guard. You sleep with it at night and then 3 hours a day you use it. And it closed my gap. And funny enough, my dog, it's not like my dog ate my homework, but my dog ate my retainer. And now my bottom teeth are actually moving again. My top is good, but my bottom is moving. So I actually would be right there with you because, girl, I get it. When you be smiling, you be trying to like smile a certain way, like, sir.
Right. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's why I want braces opposed to anything because, you know, you have to be disciplined to keep some retainers in your mouth that you could take out when it hurts. You know what I mean?
I would feel them. I start like cracking pushing them a little bit because I'm like, why does it feel like this? You hear it go.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
It definitely sucked. What sucked more was when my dog ate the retainer, but that would be my number. That would be my number one also. I would definitely probably go back to the dentist and see what I could do. Number 2, like you said, expanding our knowledge. I definitely want to see if I could do some kind of, I don't think it would be speech, but maybe like public speaking class. Cause like you said, just even expanding our vocabulary and things like that. I've noticed, I've been watching all these crime shows and stuff, but every crime shows. Seriously, I love stuff like that. But every time there's a female boss or a jefe, somebody in the building.
That. Yes.
They're in suits, whereas the guys are in just sometimes suit pants, but they're also in
button-up shirt.
The women, when you see them, they're just from head to toe clean. And it's like the old school suits. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
None of this
So
like
the Blanco suits.
yes, the Blanco suits for
mhm.
real. Like, I think I would love to just expand my attire as well as my vocabulary, because I can curse too like a sailor. Like, it is bad. But I noticed even in those yes,
Hell yeah.
even in those episodes, like the woman can't get upset, like she can't get emotional if someone steals her like cargo and her drugs, or if it's like a drug show, like it's all these things where the woman has to react differently but still handle her business. So I kind of want to learn like how to maneuver on that route versus just being like, yo, I'm a bad bitch, like what is we doing over here?
Right. Like, because just to tie into that, when a Black woman or Hispanic women mainly react, we're angry, we're crazy, we're angry. So I feel you on that. I want to learn how to react different.
Yes, for real. So crazy.
Yes. So, besides you didn't finish your 3 things. I think you were on your second.
No. Those are definitely my 3. Like my attire, my teeth, and definitely like my speech.
Okay. So, what do you think are some reasons to not promote being a bad bitch? Like,
okay. That's like, I don't think there is a reason to not promote it. Like, I've struggled with that. I've learned, like, you know, dimming my light a little bit to make other people feel comfortable. I've done it to make other people feel comfortable. And while that goal is, executed and reached, it actually stifles my growth and will like affect my self-esteem. Like also like, oh, the only way I can be a bad bitch is if I'm silent in this corner. And then even if you're in a room and you're a bad bitch and you're silent in a corner, people are still going to come up and talk to you. People are still going to acknowledge your light. So it's like, I don't think there's ever a situation where you should.
Right.
Downplay.
I agree with you. I feel, and I agree because I'm a mother, so, and I'm a bad bitch and a mother. So
exactly.
I don't feel that the two, I don't feel like I can't promote what I do and what I stand for and still be a bad bitch at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not ashamed of what I am or what I put out there because I have kids. You know what I mean? I feel like I want my daughter to know I'm a beautiful woman and I'm about my business and I'm get it how I live it,
100%. Sure. I think it gives you even more power, the fact that you've given life.
Right.
That makes you even badder of a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Right, like that's just a task alone in itself.
Correct.
Aww. Mama Duke.
Yes, and everybody's so surprised when they find out I got kids. Yes, I'm a mother.
I don't even get that. Like, I hate when people are like, oh, because isn't that like, does it look like is someone supposed to look like they have kids? Like, I don't know what that means.
Isn't that a part of life? Like, you're supposed to, at some point, it doesn't have to be now in your journey. It could be here. I did it now. You could do it here, but you're supposed to recreate and leave your legacy. You know what I mean? Like, if I just did all this for myself and then just died, who would reap the benefits of that? You know what I mean?
Who would continue the benefits of that? Yeah.
Right.
100%. Yeah, I don't get that question.
I don't either.
And be like, who? Oh my goodness. We're going to have to ask Bello about that one. Like, what does that mean when someone asks someone like, what?
Right. We are going to have to ask Bello. So another thing just to tie into our bad bitch topic today is Lori Harvey. She's at the top of the game these days and she's getting a lot of heat and she's getting a lot of love. I feel like most of the women are showing love, and a lot of the men are just tearing her to pieces.
Her left and right. It's crazy.
I don't get it.
My friend actually sent it to me, like showing some hate, and I said, "Wait, what's going on? Like, why are we upset?" Yes, first of all, Michael B. Jordan. For a second, because man,
lift type stuff, okay?
For real. Can we just talk about it for a second? Like, I totally think I commend her on the fact that like when she pops up, you just never know what's gonna pop up with her. Yes,
exactly. It's
to
totally
me,
like my style. Like just lay low,
it's
do you. When
discreet.
you pop out, and whoever pop out with you, pop out with you. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. And she's
people-
not afraid to show it either. Like that's what I love.
Exactly. She's not out here hiding it, and people make it seem like it's such a wrong thing. Like this is what regular people do. Like people go through different relationships with different people. It didn't work. What am I supposed to do? Stay and be miserable for the rest of my life because it didn't work? No, I'm moving on and I'm gonna give somebody else a try. That's what your trial and error. And people act like just because she's in the spotlight that it's like not normal. Like that she's ran through.
That's because people expect her to like
probably
give like notice, like, hey, I've broken up with so and so. Like, is that what people are upset about, or are they just upset? Like, you know what I'm saying? Are they upset that she can move on without giving a disclaimer, or are they upset that she can just move on? Period.
Right. I feel like they probably do feel some type of entitlement to her, because that's what most fans feel. They feel entitlement to these people that they look up to. They feel like their opinion matters, that they're entitled to their lives and their opinion matters, and it's ridiculous. Get on with yourselves.
For real. People, Lori Harvey is a regular person.
She's a regular person. Like, you go through relationships. Everybody and their mama go through that. You get with a man and the red flags start to come. Sometimes we ride them like Six Flags, and sometimes we run like hell. And that's all she's doing. You know what I mean? Like, she's just doing exactly what every other woman and man in the world does. Like,
and I feel like she's just less, like, she's not messy either. Like, exactly. When she's left, or you wouldn't know. I love that. You
don't know why they broke up, when they broke up. It's just, hey, I'm with a new nigga.
We're not supposed to know, though.
Exactly. Because if she were doing the opposite, explaining herself to everybody, and everybody, but, oh, you're weak, and you know that no matter what, people are gonna have something to say about everybody.
100%. So you know what, Lori Harvey, she gets a round of applause because she is 100% a bad bitch. A bad bitch.
Lori.
We love Lori Harvey.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so now that everyone else knows, Lori Harvey is a bad bitch. Let's see.
We've been new.
I mean, for real, I think everyone has been known, like, not just from who she dates, but even who she hangs out with. They're all bad women.
Father is. It goes down to her bloodline. Like, her father is Steve Harvey. You know what I mean? Like, that's already just a name in itself, you know?
Ooh, I got a question now. Would that be a prime example of when you would want to hide that you're a bad bitch?
You know what? That's a good question. Because for some people, it could be, you know, you're ashamed. Like, my father is this person. I don't want to embarrass him. I've experienced things like that, you know, not with my father, but with a man that I'm dealing with that is up here and, you know, and is in a different lifestyle than I am. And I feel like for a long time, I tried to grieve, you know, kind of to who he was, and try to like dim my light and try to, you know, make myself this cookie cut for him. And it didn't work. I was unhappy. I was depressed. I was miserable. I wasn't myself. After a while, you just have to be you. And if people love you, they're going to love you for who you are. And that's just what it's going to be.
That is real talk. Don't get it twisted now, because we ain't making that change for everyone, guys. Don't get it twisted. We might try it.
We'll try it, but if it don't work, I'm out of there with the new one, okay?
Excuses. Bad bitches for life.
Yes.
Miss Panama. First of all, FinePanama. I need to know how you got your name.
Actually, I got my name because I am Panamanian. You know, my father is Panamanian and my mother's Jamaican, and I just understand, and I'm more in my roots with my Panamanian side, you know, like my grandmother and everybody. So I got my name really just from, honestly, it's not even like a big thing, just like we saw this shop downtown San Diego, and they had sold these hats, and they were like the Fine Panama hats. And my dude that I was with was like, wow, you're Panamanian. That should totally be your name. And I just ran with it. And I was like, yep, that's my name.
Please tell me you have one of those hats though still.
I don't have any hats. I never bought the hat. We just seen the store and we're like, this is what it is. But I do want one.
We're going to have to get you
really
one.
Nice. Yes. Yes.
For real. Fine Panama. I love that.
Dia Nueva. I'm sorry, did I say it right?
Nueva.
Nueva. Okay.
Yes. So it's so crazy though that you are actually half and half.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So I'm part Jamaican.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I
think I remember you saying that a few days ago.
No, that's so funny. So I got you on the Jamaican side, girl. We gonna explore.
Okay.
But my name, Dia Nueva, actually means new day in Spanish.
Okay.
Growing up, I just like kind of went through some rough patches in high school. In Jamaican culture, they use the slogan, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me.
Right.
That's a lie. Words can hurt. But like I kind of went through like a really rough start in high school to the point where I was like jumped a couple times, beaten up. I didn't like learn how to fight then. I know how to fight now. So if you guys try to run up on me.
And you got Panama now, so
yeah, Fine Panama. We ain't playing that. Two bad bitches in the building. We not about that.
At all.
At all. But no. I had like the luxury of a couple people who did befriend me. They were like in this group called Los Latinos, and like we learned like merengue, salsa, like all these different dances, but like, I just eventually stopped going to school. Like, I was like, I'm not going anymore. Like, I'm just not showing up. And truancy was like banging on my door. And at the time I was like talking to these girls from Los Latinos studying. I think I was studying like women being trafficked in high school. Mm-hmm. And I just realized like that I can't really complain from getting in a couple fights. Like at the end of the day, there's so many bigger problems like in the world that I had to just be like, every day is a new day. And, you know, what happened yesterday, I shouldn't carry it with me. Like I have the luxury of being here today. So like, I just ran with that name, like Dia Nueva, like every day is a new day. And it's gotten me this far. We're here now. It's gotten me from day to day. So like, that was how I got my name on a more like serious note, but you know, we're all jolly still. We're all here.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Thanks. Girl, I didn't know that you were part Jamaican. Like, I don't know why. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I didn't know, but now I got my sister from Jamaica.
I don't promote it as much or show it as much as I show my Panamanian side. It's because I don't know my family from Jamaica. You know, I don't know how to speak patois. You know, I don't know that culture a lot. But it is something that I want to explore, something that I do want to educate myself on because it's me, it's my blood, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, do you have family that's still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm not in touch with them, you know. I haven't took that big leap to just still have my
girl. If we ever go on a trip to Jamaica, you best believe we're gonna go on a full trip.
That would be beautiful.
For real. Once all this COVID and everything calms down, sheesh.
I'm over COVID, number one.
Girl, who isn't? It's like the end of January, only 1 month in.
And we're still dealing with COVID. Like, come on.
Soon. Hopefully it gets warmer soon. Yeah. But so you said, I think you said San Diego, not
Yes, ma'am.
San Diego, right? So are you born and raised San Diego?
I am born and raised in San Diego, and I moved to Atlanta about 2 years ago.
Ooh, in the A. Mm-hmm. So tell me, what do you prefer? Do you miss San Diego? Do you like it here?
I miss home like crazy. Don't get me wrong. I miss it like crazy. I miss the food. I'm really big on like Spanish food.
Yes.
So I miss the food. I miss my family, and I just miss the beach and stuff like that. But when it comes down to like stability and where I want to raise my kids, I like Atlanta. You know, it's a predominantly Black state. I like that. where I'm from, it's diversity. You barely see Blacks. When you're in a school in California, you're like, we can count out the Black people. So we can stick together. Opposed to somewhere like here, you go to school, you're all around, your people that's the same color as you. It's a beautiful thing.
I feel that. I totally can understand. Like, I'm from New Jersey originally, and the town I grew up in, it was so similar. Like, actually, the high school I went to, there were only 8 people of color in the entire school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like in Cali.
In San Diego, or just Cali in general?
California schools, because it's mostly like Mexicans and whites, and then there'll be Black people scattered.
Wow.
So we'll be able to count each other out. Like, okay, there'll probably 8 of us in the whole school.
Mm-hmm.
And that's different, where when my kids go to school, they're going to go to school and see themselves.
Right.
Right. Granted, my kids are light skinned, so they're going to have that little explaining of, like, because they do it with me. I'm darker than my kids. So they ask me, like, Mom, why are you darker than me? So they're going to have to get that whole thing explained to them. But I like that they're going to be around them, because when I was growing up, I was just different, and I stood out like a wild thornberry. You know what I mean? Like my shape to my color, it was everything. I just felt so out of place all the time. Like, it was crazy. But we're here now.
Yeah. We're here in the A. I mean, it's crazy. I've never been to San Diego. I lived in LA in North Hollywood for about 2 years.
Really?
Yes, I loved it.
I lived in North Hollywood as well.
Really? I loved it. I definitely want to go back ASAP. I'm not going to lie. Like, I've been in Atlanta for about, I want to say 7 or 8 months.
Right.
And so, I mean, I haven't really given it a full shot because of COVID, obviously. So I can't say like I hate Atlanta or love Atlanta. Like, I can't really say. I haven't been out and about like that. But
I agree with that, because I've been here for 2 years, but I've been in my house for 2 years. I'm not playing. Like, I do not go out much. I don't have a lot of friends here, so I can't say like, oh, I love Atlanta. But I just know I miss home, and Atlanta's cool, you know what I mean? But I hope to get out when COVID is over.
Girl, when it's over, we need to go explore some food, some restaurants.
Yes,
Please.
I love rides, so
girl,
go to the
Six Flags. Yes.
And then I heard they have like a botanical garden. We need to go have a lunch.
Yes, they have like. That's one thing I can say I really, really do like about Atlanta is even around Christmas time, I was actually, again, inside. And then when I had to leave, it was for like sets that were getting tested for COVID. But one thing I heard was while I was gone was, hey, there's all these light shows and all these events. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I would love to do that, because on the East Coast, the only thing you have is like Rockefeller in New York City. And then you have the lighting of the Christmas tree. And don't get me wrong, it's great. But, New York City is generally such a target. Like, sometimes you'd be scared to go.
Yes.
And it's like literally outside New York City, like in the middle of Times Square. So just getting there is like a catastrophe in itself. But Atlanta has so many different things to offer, and like so many different areas of Atlanta. Like, it's big.
And I want to experience more, but like you said, the target, the catastrophe, I'm such an antisocial person, and I have like super big anxiety when it comes to being around strangers. Like, I never been to a concert. And that's big in Cali, like festivals and concerts.
Yeah.
I've never been to one. When my favorite artist, Nipsey Hussle, died, I was so mad at myself because I had so many opportunities to go to a show, but I let my anxiety take over and scare me. Like, no, what if a shooting happens, or what if this, just what if. So I definitely want to work on that and be able to just go out more, and maybe one day go to a concert. COVID wiped out concerts. Who even knows if I'm going to be able to go to one?
They got virtual ones now.
That is so lame. I don't want to be in the house no more. I want to be outside.
You said the bad bitch cloak has come off. We are here.
I'm ready to be outside.
No, I'm definitely going to hold you to that when this is over, like, we will definitely go. Because I was Oh my gosh, I wanted to go to Coachella so badly. Like Burning Man and Coachella have been the two on my list for the last like 2 or 3 years. Like I was supposed to go see Astroworld at Travis Scott, didn't see it. Then it was like Burning Man. I think they do that somewhere in the desert. I'm not sure if it's
Palm Desert.
Yes, I think it's Palm Desert. But man, Cali has so many different festivals to offer. I can't wait to go back over there. And I've never been to where you're from, San Diego. I've never been. In the 2 years that I lived there, I didn't rent a car and just go on down to San Diego, and I should have.
You definitely
for sure.
Beautiful. It is.
So dope. I have to check it out.
But LA is amazing too, so I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like still so much to do in LA, but I will say there's nothing like the East Coast. I miss it. Like I still wear Timbs out here. It'll be like 60 degrees and they're like, where are you going? I'm like, what do you mean? Like it's my swag. Like
right.
No hate.
I do, right.
That's so crazy. Like it's insane. And then I've been walking around in my North Face on the days that it's like 40 and 50 degrees just because I'm so precautious. I don't want to get sick. And funny enough, I'll tell you, I was walking past an LA Fitness with my North Face, and you see people coming out of the gym in like shorts, high socks, a tank top, and they like, oh, so you really not from here, huh? I said, no, I'm not. Like, clearly, I'm really not from here. I'm wearing North Face.
Right, I'm still in my Vans and my little jacket, thinking I'm cute. It's like my whole road.
I said, my bad. You just must not be down with this attire, but sir, it's cold out here. I don't want to get sick.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So it's just so funny. Like, that's the only thing like I could really say, like I really miss the food on the East Coast, like pizza. I have not yet found a good pizza out here. Disappointed, sad.
I'm sure New York is bomb pizza. All of my Italians, girl.
Thick crust, Sicilian slices. And then like you'll go to a restaurant here and they'll say, oh yeah, it is. Like it's thick crust. And when you get there, it's like spongy. And I'm like, I ain't knocking the food in Atlanta. Don't get it twisted. Like, cause I know that there's some banging seafood spots and ma and grandma's cooking and all that, but there ain't nothing like some New York pizza. Like,
right.
You know, a bad bitch need a slice or two.
Period. or two,
I will say. But yeah, I mean, other than that, like, the A is definitely cool. Like you said, it's a lot of people of color here. But I will say, like, I haven't found a Jamaican spot that I really like other than way in the deep end, like Stone Mountain, which, you know, is like 45 minutes out from the A. Right. No traffic.
Right.
So, like, that's the only thing. But I do think Atlanta has so many beautiful things to offer, especially, like, you know, people call it Black Hollywood. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, and I'm a city girl, you know what I mean? Not city girls, but like I was born in the city, you know. I like to be in the city. So this reminds me of home. It does. It does remind me of LA. The traffic especially. The motherfuckers
literally like LA.
Especially, you know. Because when I lived in Texas last year or the year before last, it was country as I just felt more. I was in the country, like there was nothing around me, there was nothing to do, you know.
Oh my gosh, it was like tumbleweed.
Yeah, it was not the vibe for me. It was so sad.
It was county lines.
Get out of here.
That was Texas?
Yes, that was Dallas, Texas. I lived in Dallas.
Oh my gosh. Just but
I like Atlanta. It's cool. I'm just excited to see, you know, what's next. Like, where is Atlanta gonna take my career? My children, you know, I'm just excited.
Tell me more about your career. So I know you do makeup because, girl, I'm gonna need you to beat my face.
Yes, ma'am. You know, we already talked about this. I got you. You gotta let me know.
Makeup is not my strong suit.
It's okay. I can teach you. We're going to get you the basics and you're going to be good. But yes, I'm a makeup artist. I'm also a beauty influencer. I'm a content creator, which just means I'm into YouTube and comedy skits and stuff like that.
Hey.
But yeah.
Girl, I couldn't even like pick up a makeup brush and identify what brushes what. I'd be like,
that takes a while because some brushes are for one thing, but they work best for something else. So
oh,
really
spilling the tea.
Yes, a little secret. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to explore
Makeup is
that.
really just trial and error. You know what I mean? You're not gonna know unless you just sit there and do it all day until it looks decent. You know what I mean? And all the different makeup trends that we have gone through, like I'm so surprised at where I come from because back in the day, like 10 years ago, it was the thick sperm brows and just raggedy makeup was in. Now I would never, you know what I mean?
It's like that diva makeup and it was like over the top
and extra and yes.
Beauty pageant style. Yeah. Yeah. That's so funny.
But yes, tell us about your music.
Oh, my music. So I play the guitar. I write all my own music. I'm actually talking to you guys from some of my recording equipment. It's my lovely baby. But yeah, so for me, it's just a form of expression. There's no other. This is the best way for me to communicate. As you and I were talking earlier about, one of the things I would love to do is expand my vocabulary and how I like articulate myself. Growing up, I didn't know how to do that. I would actually write notes because I was like fearful of tension. Like, when you get nervous and you're like, I was one of those kids. So I would just either not say anything or just like write you a note and slip it under your door or like bring it to your house and leave it on the doorknob.
It's so crazy because I have been the same way. I hate confrontation. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Yes.
No, I like to go about things a peaceful way, and some people might perceive that as, oh, she's scary. Like, I'm far from scary.
Yeah.
I like to avoid. Why? Like, why do I want to get to that level? And you know what I mean? I'm a goofy ass person. Like, I take everything funny. Like, literally, awkward situations make me uncomfortable, so I laugh.
They make me more awkward. Yes, I laugh. You laugh, and people are like, "Why are you laughing? It's not funny." And you're like, "Yo, I'm just so
damn nervous right now. I cannot."
No, I totally get it. So like that's just like how I communicated, and eventually like I was just putting them in rhymes, in like rhyme schemes, and then like I was just putting it over piano music, like, and that's
beautiful.
Just the best way I've learned how to communicate. So now doing it that way, it takes a while to write a song. Sometimes like it'll take 2 hours to 4 hours to even just get it recorded. But like it's allowed me to slow down how I communicate with someone else and take my thoughts and really articulate them in a way that even if you don't understand my perspective, you can like hear that my cadence it's not intentional, whatever I'm talking about. Like if I'm apologizing for something I did, it wasn't intentional if it made you feel some way. So that's the cool thing about my music. Like, and it's all from experience. Unless it's like someone else's story who's super close to me and I'm like, hey, can I write about this? Like, are you cool? Do you mind? They're like, yeah, just don't use my name. I got you. No worries. Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, for me, my music is just super raw, super real, super authentic to who I am.
Yeah. I agree. I love your music. I heard it for myself and I was like, why did you tell me? But I love it. And
thank you.
I agree. Like, makeup has taught me how to communicate, and they're so therapeutic for me. You know what I mean? I have 3 kids, so I don't do it as much as I would like to, especially on myself because I am my best and favorite canvas.
Right.
Like, I enjoy doing makeup on myself so much. But besides teaching you how to communicate better, what do you think are like 2 things that discovering what you love, which is music, has taught you or helped you,
Aside from the technical part of like, learning the actual composition and the music theory and how to like write music even, because like Bach, Tchaikovsky, all these people that like a lot of people don't even know who they are. And They were like composers. Some of them like basically wrote symphonies of music, meaning like with a bunch of orchestras. So you know how there's like bands,
right?
So like a full orchestra will have like string instruments, like the violin, the cello, and then they'll have percussion like the xylophone or like the drums, and then they'll have wooden instruments like the flute or the clarinet, and like so it's a full orchestra of music. And these guys from back in the day, they've just written everything out without being able to play every instrument. And now people who get orchestras together and bands together, they play that music. So I was fortunate enough to like study piano and study guitar and music theory and learn that side of it. But the other part that I've learned is like, you know, we talk about being a bad bitch. Like music is literally, it's a thought. You're literally constructing something out of nothing, like air, you know what I mean? And there are like sonic waves that are carried. So the best thing that I've discovered about it is how it can like actually heal a human. You know what I mean? There are certain endorphins and chemicals that are released into the body, certain hormones that are triggered, like depending on what sound or what key or what instrument is used. So that's like the best thing that I think has come from it, like that I love about it, is it's not just for me to also communicate, you know, and make it easier on myself, but like anyone who is listening, they're also able to get something out of it too, you know, whether they can relate to the lyrics or whether it's just like the actual melody is touching their heart or like releasing something in their body. So that's really what it is for me. Like that's what I love about it. Music is so powerful.
I agree. I love that. That's the same way that I feel like about makeup. I love that I'm able to help somebody feel beautiful, because it's hard to feel beautiful, especially in this generation, the society, when they set the standard different every year, you know what I mean? And it's always more crazy and more over the top. You got to be this thin, you got to have this big a butt, you got to have this, you know what I mean? It's so much to take in, and I just love when I do someone's makeup and they just light up. And I don't like charging people for makeup. That's how I know that it's my passion, because I don't like charging people for makeup, because I feel like this should be free. Like, you deserve this, you know, you deserve to feel beautiful. Your best and at the top of your game. Like, that's what it has taught me. I love it. And I love music too. So that's how we just
these two bad bitches. No, I love that, because, you know, it's like I've modeled before, and there was a time period in my life where when I did have makeup on, I didn't look as beautiful because of how they were doing my makeup. So it's like, if you have someone who doesn't understand the structure of your face and like what would work better on your skin tone, your bone structure, all of that, then you'll just like,
you're not gonna like makeup.
Yeah, you're not gonna like it.
There is makeup artists out here that will they want the money. So they're just trying to throw whatever together and do. I'm not like that. I want to know I want you to feel how you want, you know, your best. Like, you want to look your best. I want to match your color the best. I want to make sure you like I'm a perfectionist. You know what I mean? I just want it to look so beautiful, to where it looks like there's nothing on, because that's my favorite, soft beats, you know what I mean? But you look enhanced. Like, I
get it.
You know what I mean? So that way you can love makeup and not be like, oh, I hate makeup because it always makes me look like when it gets like that, it's like you look better without it, because the makeup makes you look crazy. And that's the makeup artist.
You're right. Not the actual makeup, not your face.
Yeah, it's not your fault. It's not the makeup. It's the makeup artist. It's the application, the technique, something in their department, or it's not their passion. They're just trying to rush and get you out the door so they can get to the next person. That's why I don't like charging for makeup, because it's my passion. I love it. I love taking my time. I love, you know what I mean? It's so therapeutic. I love it.
That's real talk. That's real talk. I love that you said it's therapeutic.
It really is.
Not
Like,
only is like the customer getting something, you're getting something.
I'm
also.
getting something out of it. That's why I love it. Like, people go to the gym, you know, people paint and stuff. Mine's is makeup. It just releases me. Like, if I'm having a stressful day, like I know I hit you guys up earlier and I had a little family emergency and I cried all my makeup off. I'm like, okay, it's therapy time. I'm about to get it back real quick.
Yeah,
and it really does it made me feel better, you know.
that's what's up. Like, see, bad bitches, we go through it too. We're still bad when the makeup comes off. We're still bad when it comes on.
Bad with and without it.
So don't get it twisted, guys. For real, I would say, I mean, is there anything else like that I don't know?
Get it twisted, girl. I got a lot to say.
I know. I'm like,
I am cutting on time here, and I think this was we had a good thing going. I love it.
I do
and I
too.
Can't wait to talk more with you, and let's get this thing going.
Yes. So just let's quickly close out. I would say, okay, so one quick little fact of the day for me, the blue whale, I don't know if you know this or if you've seen this, the blue whale has been feeding on the surface of the oceans because all the pollutants are seeping to the bottom, like coming out of our sewage, going into the ocean. They are just seeping to the bottom of the ocean, and all the fish are no longer, the fish that are at the bottom of the ocean are dying, and the rest of them are swimming to the top. So I'm gonna definitely send you guys a video. It'll be on here. Bella will post it up for us, where the whales are they're just opening their mouths and staying like right at the top of the ocean and letting the fish swim into their mouths. And you can see some fish just jumping over the ocean, like trying to get past this whale.
So sad.
It's you know what's insane? It was the most beautiful thing to watch, but it was actually the saddest thing. The reasoning behind it was the pollutants. Like, it was so crazy. And then quote of the day.
Well, I don't have a fact of the day, but I definitely probably have a quote.
Talk to me, Miss Bad Bitch from over there.
Okay, a good quote is... Shit, I thought I had one. I'm just kidding. Okay.
You got this. I know you
got this. Okay, a good quote is, let's see, treat people how you want to be treated.
Especially coming from one of the baddest bitches.
Yes, treat people how you want to be treated. Don't be a bad bitch and think you can treat people however you want to treat them and do them however because you're a bad bitch, because those tables always turn. And just because you're a bad bitch doesn't mean you can't be a good, wholehearted, spirited woman. You don't have to be nasty, bad in the inside, because that's not good.
Yeah, if you lead by example, I think other bad bitches will surround you anyway.
Right, exactly. You're just you, and you stand on what you stand on. People are going to want to naturally gravitate towards you.
I love that quote. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Yes.
But don't get it twisted, y'all. We won't stand for anything less.
Exactly. Don't play with us.
All right. So this is Fine Panama and Dia Nueva signing out on episode 1 of Don't Get It Twisted.
See y'all later.
Bye.